Welcome to chotv. Now we begin with the escalating political crisis in Rivers State, where former head of service Dr. George has made a series of explosive allegations following his resignation. Claims that have now drawn a strong response from suspended Governor Simallay Fubara. Earlier today, Dr. George held a press conference in which he alleged that Governor Fubara directed his chief of staff to set fire to the State House of Assembly in an attempt to obstruct impeachment proceedings.
It all started with the State House of Assembly, where the governor, Sir Simallay Fubara, directed his chief of staff to burn down the assembly in a way to avert the suspected impeachment. That evening, Edison was in Government House with many of his boys, including the former chairman of Obiakpo, one Mr. Chijoke Ihunwo. I was there with them when a bag of money was handed over to Edison for that operation, though I did not actually know what it was meant for or the amount inside. I want to tell Rivers people today, the House Assembly was complex. In Moscow Road was clearly brought down by the door of Edison and some of his cohorts. Under the instruction of the sitting governor then, I challenged them to an open confrontation, and this will make us to throw more light on this.
He also claimed that efforts were made to damage the residential quarters of assembly members. Dr. George further alleged that the governor had discussed using a judge to influence the upcoming presidential election and was involved in a plot to sabotage oil facilities in the region, allegedly aiming to destabilize President Tinubu's administration.
One of the factors that got me removed was when Governor Fubara told me that they will use the judge to decide who will become the next president of Nigeria. And I asked him, how will that work? Is it by votes or by what means? I'm still worried. He boasted to be the David that will bring down the Goliath of Rivers State. That he has the backing of the creme de la creme in the state, the likes of our former governor, Dr. Peter Obi, and family promised to use their contacts in the judiciary, including some members of the University Council, to break new grounds for him. The plan was to start from just-speaking areas to destroy oil facilities, to remove attention from the job and make it have a statewide look. The Goni, Oyibo, Ahoda areas were to be bombed first before the job zones. This would have brought down the government of President Tinubu and usher in a new president from the coalition of political parties with a vice president, possibly himself.
He emphasized the need for the president's intervention, stating that the declaration of a state of emergency prevented economic collapse and widespread turmoil.
If the president did not take proactive steps, no one knows who would have been affected by the sinister plans that we are cooking.
Additionally, he urged the Nigerian Labour Congress to prevent the Rivers State chapter chairman from politicizing labor matters and called on President Tinubu to remain vigilant against what he described as sinister plans.
Let me draw the attention of Nigerian Labour Congress to call the chairman of the Rivers State chapter to order to avoid politicizing labor. I am privy to several private meetings between the governor and the labor leaders in the state, and largesse that accompanied each meeting to compromise the labor union. I wish to state categorically that Rivers people are indeed Nigerians, are the beneficiary of the declaration of state of emergency rule in Rivers State, and not Governor Fubara. Neither is it our former minister, Chief Nweke. Finally, I wish to call on Mr. President to urge the civil administrator to step up his guards and be very vigilant, because I am aware of the sinister arrangements and dastardly plans to continue to hatch their plans if not put in check. This accounts for the organized media condemnations and seeming public outcry against Mr. President and National Assembly. Those who love democracy, those who love Rivers State, those who love development in any ramification, and those who love humanity in general will always protect humanity and democracy.
In response to these allegations, Governor Simallay Fubara took to his X account, dismissing the claim as false and laughable. He asserted that while he would not usually respond to such allegations, he felt it necessary to counter misinformation and prevent unrest. Among the key points he addressed was the claim that he had been involved in discussions regarding Bola Ahmed Tinubu's purported 2027 presidential bid. He called the allegation ludicrous, arguing that a head of service would not be part of high-level political meetings, particularly ones allegedly held at night with militants. He pointed out that any visit by Governor Mohammed as chairman of the PDP Governors Forum were public knowledge. Governor Fubara also denied any involvement in attacks on oil pipelines, calling the accusation baseless. He stated that he has consistently advocated for peace in the state, even in the face of obvious provocation. Furthermore, he alleged that Dr. George had been compromised and was acting under coercion or financial inducements to fabricate his claims. According to the governor, these statements were part of a desperate attempt to discredit him and undermine the ongoing presidential peace process. While both sides present sharply contrasting narratives, the allegations and counterclaims reflect the deepening political tensions in Rivers State. At the heart of the issue is not only the credibility of these statements, but also the larger implication for governance and stability in the region. Should Dr. John's allegations be proven true, they would represent serious breach of public trust and the rule of law. However, without concrete evidence, this claim remains contentious and risk further inflaming political divisions. Similarly, Governor Fubara's struck denial and counterclaims raised questions about the political undercurrent at play. Accusations of coercion and financial inducements are not uncommon in high-stakes political battles, but without verifiable proof, they remain allegations. This situation underscores the broader political struggles within Rivers State and by extension their impact on national politics. As tension continues to rise, one key concern is the stability of governance and the trust of the people. With both parties firmly standing by their position, it remains to be seen whether an independent investigation or intervention from the federal government will help clarify the situation. For now, we will continue to monitor this developing story and bring you updates as more details emerge. Stay with us for the latest update. You are on to Cho of Cho TV.